Money is the root to all evil. How many times have you heard that? How many times have you actually believed it?
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What,
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Iyanla Fix My Life. This is her sit down with Laura Govan. Like I said, money is the root of all evil. We hear it all the time, but it's like cliche. Do you really believe it, or are you just used to hearing it? So that's my question to you. How many times do you hear it, and how many times do you actually believe it to be true? And there's another saying that actually goes into this little situation. Watch what you ask for, because you just might get it. Okay? So we know Laura from Basketball Wives and all of these things, and she has the whole situation with Gilbert Arenas. So they have the children, and they've been fighting back and forth like crazy in court for several years here. And it's getting down to a point where there's actually a custody battle going on right now as well. So that was kind of the angle that I think Iyanla was going, like trying to break all that down. What are we fighting for? Are we fighting for the right thing? And are we fighting the right way? Okay? So let me just say this. In doing this, it was more than just talking to Laura and, just Laura. Iyanla met her father and her mother right from the door. I'm telling you, and this is my opinion, y'all going down in them comments, Mama and Daddy both were shifty as hell to me. When they come onto the scene, I picked up right away that Laura Govan has actually learned a lot of what she knows from her mother and her father. So it makes sense. A lot of what she's done thus far that we've seen in the public eye makes sense to me. I'm going to just say this. I feel as though the mother and the father are, like I said, I think they're shifty. I think they're about money and continuing this lifestyle that we've learned to live. Okay? And that's what I think this is all about. This is what I think it's about. And like I said, you've learned to be this way by the people who raised you. So let's go back. Let's go into Laura Govan's life as a young girl. Okay. She was molested. Okay? She was molested. She told her mother. She told her father. They blew past it. Just kind of like swept it under the carpet and blew past it. So she always kind of felt as though like they didn't believe her. And they just moved on. Not good. Okay? So, we're not going to upset what's going on. We're just going to do what we're going to do. We're not going to upset what's going on. It is what it is. And you deal with it. The father taught, you just deal with it and you move on. And right away, they basically painted the picture of him. He wasn't even there that much. He kind of worked and hung out and did what he wanted to do in the streets. And then came home. And when he was home, a lot of times he raised hell. And the mother just kind of took it. As long as she was able to take care of these motherfucking Indians she had running around, whatever he dished out, she just fucking took. So the mother is passive, and whatever it is, as long as I can look good when I go outside, fuck what's going on inside. Suck it up. And the dad taught, you got to be tough, because ain't nobody coming to your aid. I'm just here passing through. I ain't really paying no attention. He wasn't all in no kids. They just exist. It was what it was. So you had to be tough. Whatever happened to you, you learned to deal with it on your own. That's what she learned at home. Okay? Is that not what we've seen Laura Govan doing? Gold digging. Got herself in a whole mess of a goddamn relationship in her life. And she just being tough and fighting and getting through it, right? Isn't that what we know of Laura? Now, I have watched Laura. I've seen a little bit of her on Basketball Wives. Because I just started really, really watching Basketball Wives. Seen a little bit when her and her sister first came. And I was like, oh, okay. Then when I watched her on The Next 15, is where there were some traits about Laura that I didn't really care for. Laura said things out of her mouth that were offensive, and then she backpedaled and pussy popped when she thought it was going to fuck up her money. Okay? She made some, yeah. Couple little things she said wasn't too cool with me. You know, about skin tones and things like that. But right when this scene was going to fuck up her money, she ate it up. You know what I mean? But she's standing in it before it looked like shit was going to get ugly. And she ate it up. Not my thing. So, she was 13 when she got molested. And they literally had said she just wanted attention. I said, ain't that a bitch? So, then she enters Gilbert Arenas and all of that. So, you know, he's going to be this big star, and they're planning on him being this big star. Well, some shit went down. She actually accused her sister of messing around with Gilbert. And she never had solid proof. But my thing is, if you feeling like your sister and your mate that got down, even if you ain't got solid proof, something's making you... There's something going on that makes you think that. And it's because you know your fucking sister. Okay? And you know your mate. And he's shown that he's a hot dick. And the sister obviously was a hot box. So, and she's still saying after all these years that they messed around. I mean, she ain't saying it could have happened. It might have happened. She said they fucked. They were fucking. Not just once, they were fucking. Period. I was inclined to believe it. Now, the one thing I didn't catch the bitch doing, I ain't see her being no liar. And then when it actually came to a point where it looked like she might have actually had something going on that looked like it may have looked like her, make her look like a liar, she jumped that shit and was like, I'm not no liar. I don't do that. So I was like, I'm inclined to kind of believe her. So let's go on to the show. So Iyanla sits them down. And they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Iyanla says, well, you understand that you are never going to win this fight with him, right? He wants his children. Give them to him. And you would have thought Iyanla said, go out back, light a match, and throw the motherfucking gasoline. What, do you think he's going to hurt him? You think it's going to make you less of a mother if you don't have full custody? Give them to him. Why keep fighting? What are you being dragged through the mud? You can't win. Give them to him. They didn't catch what Iyanla was saying. I understood what she was saying. No problem. And then the father, that's when the father peeked up, honey, and got all smart with Iyanla. Iyanla's like, oh, we don't do that over here, babe. You talk like that to her. You talk like her to her like shit. You don't talk to me like shit. You sit on back on the couch and don't get in my motherfucking face. I said, okay. Because you told that'll never happen. That he's going to give it to kids. And I laughed because I said, bam, bingo. He was so passionate about she's never going to give him the kids. That's never going to happen, lady. Never going to give him the kids. You ain't in the kids, motherfucker. I clocked out about 2 seconds after you start talking. You ain't all in the kids. You ain't all in love with them kids. But you in love with that money that them kids bring in. See, and if she gives them the kids, then y'all can't pull his money no more for the kids. Then she can't help y'all. Now, I don't know if I was seeing something wasn't there, but that's what James saw when I was watching this shit. I didn't get that the mother and father was gung-ho about Laura or her motherfucking kids. Just the things that come along with them. Help. And that kind of thing. And just hold that little piece, and we're going to revisit that before we get up out of here, okay? So, we go through all that. Get that together. Iyanla tells Laura, okay, we're going to break for the night. When you come back up in here tomorrow, you come in here looking like somebody's mother. Don't come in here looking like no reality star. Laura came in, that motherfucker beat to the back. The people in the cheap seats could see that bitch's eyelashes. That bitch was beat down. Fabulous earrings, fabulous pumps. That bitch was done. You understand? Done. And he all just looked at her. She played right in. She played right in. She came in there, starred out. And they got to have a little banter back and forth. And there were some things that Laura had said that she switched around in her mind. She swore that damn that Iyanla told her she needed to go get a job and this, that, thing, and the other. Iyanla never fucking said that. Never even mentioned the job. And they ran the tapes back and was like, listen to what you said, baby. That was you. You said, if I got to get a job, this, that, the other. She was defending how she was dressed and how she carries herself. The point that she was making was, your life is a mess. Everything is a mess. Yet you dress up and you get all peacocked out. And as long as it looks good on the outside, you think you're doing okay. But you're not. You're all fucked up on the inside. You look like a peacock on the outside, but inside you look like a dead pigeon. It was terrible. So they got all that together. And it was cool because, you know, usually Laura is a fight. She was receiving all of what was being said. And the parents were there, and they kind of got it, and it was what it was. And then Iyanla brought it full circle. What she said about the kids. Give them the kids. Stop all that fighting. Give them to them. Because you know what? He don't want them. He doesn't want the kids. He wants to take you down. That's what's going on between the two of y'all. Y'all both want to win. Y'all want to win. He ain't interested in having no motherfucking kids. Trailing behind them and hanging on his socks. He don't want them damn kids. He just want to take you down and make you miserable. And it is. It has gotten to a point where when you look at what's going on with this shit is completely personal. It's complete. I believe they hate each other. I believe they do. I believe they literally hate each other. And when it looked like, you know, when they had to run the tape back, Laura was adamant about what she had said and what she had heard. She really, I mean, you know, it was genuine. It was genuine that it was a cloud of what actually happened and what her version of what happened. I said, wow. Wow. It was so crazy to watch that. Because how many people do we know to do stuff like that? They don't even realize they're doing it. It is, again, your perception of what was said. And it's crazy because that ain't what was said. So, I wouldn't peg her to be a liar at all. That mother and that father, though, I couldn't get with them. I couldn't get with them at all. And like I said, we would revisit that whole thing. Because they came to, you know, they had the whole come to Jesus moment and all of that. And then when it ended and it wrapped, and they give you the update, they're not even speaking. I think Laura took some of Iyanla's advice, and the mother and father wasn't happy. And when it all got down and got said and done, Laura and the parents aren't even speaking. Mess. Absolute mess. But Iyanla came up with some very good points, and I think Laura got it. So good for Laura. That shit, it rocked the boat, though. That I don't want them kids, girl. You just try to take you down. I said, bingo. A cake of hate, honey. It was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. This was a really good episode, and it only took one episode. And this is one that she could have stretched out for ratings if she wanted to, because we would have definitely checked back in. But she did it all in one. And it was excellent. It really, really was. All right, you guys. So I will talk to you guys later.